Howdy doody, everybody. How is everybody?
Oh, we popped in.
We're live. Yeah, we're live. Hey, just sorry, I've just been running around like a brainless ragdoll. Just getting things ready. We're expecting a big heat wave here today, so it's going to be interesting. Just going to say a quick hello to everybody. Trainman was first. He was expecting the cookie. Sorry, you got to fight the rabbit over the cookie. Yeah, she don't want to be sharing the cookies at the moment. Wigwag, you were second, and I see you're really starting early with hitting that like. Yeah, no cookie if you don't hit that like button. Randall, how are you? Tammy and Ray, how are you?
What's the
Hopefully you had a good day.
what's the old saying? The early bird gets the worm, but the second mouse gets the cheese.
Is that right? Where's the cheese? Where? Oh no, better not go there. No, we're not gonna go. We're not gonna answer where the cheese is. I'll get banned. We got your name. Yeah. And hello to everybody else. Obviously, it must be a nice day all over the place because Rayron, how are you? Nice to see you in here. Split Rock, how you doing? It's been an interesting week here. Nothing turned out the way it's supposed to. Kenwoods, how are you? Welcome. Don't believe I've seen you in here before. But welcome. We're just going to play it along we're just going to do the show as it comes along. This week, all I've been doing, I'm still on the recovery. I can get out the sling every now and then. White, how are you? I can get out the sling every now and then because the doctor and the physio wants me out the sling and start getting some movement in the joint so it doesn't freeze up, lock up on me. So I suppose that's a good news. I still had to do my other exercises, so I'll get the beer mug. Well, I don't have the big mug here, so I'll just start practicing having a few drinks of imitation beer. Ginger beer for those people that want to know what the fake beer is. Ginger beer, so same colour bottle and everything else, but hey, it is what it is. I'm still trying to wean off the painkillers, and that's the hardest thing with what they've given me. It knocks me about. It makes me very, very sleepy and drowsy and whatnot. So sorry to all the people in the regular gang that I have not caught up with anybody's videos. Between things that I have to take care of in life matters with life and trying to deal with this ordeal, it's just taking a lot of time away. I'm getting ready for a court case, which is in roughly 10 days' time. And that's going to be start of the process of the compensation payout. It should have been adjourned, so it's going to be an interesting matter. So waiting to find out, and thanks to that, that's messed up my plans of getting over there for October, as I had planned. But I've turned around and told everybody I've selected a month. Do not make appointments for that month and the first 2 weeks of the following month. If you are going to make an appointment, I'm not going to make it because you got more than 3 months' notice that do not make that time or don't make any appointments. I need to get out of here. I've been cooped up in the house for 3.5 years. And people are going to say, oh, yeah, but we had all those other things with the showstopper. We couldn't travel. Take that out of the picture. I was still stuck inside the house. I'm still stuck in the area. Like with my profession, being a truck driver, we were able to get out and about. I wasn't able to get out and about because I was classed as an essential worker. But being cooped up in the house and not having the freedom to move around. Like we had the freedom now for roughly about 16, 17 months to move around. I'm stuck here. So I have been working on my models. I have still been working on my R cars, which are the Australian passenger cars that were very prominent in my area. I got another batch of 3 models this week, so I've got the paint on for them. They're coming along slowly. These 3 fingers here on my right hand are not the best, so I'm trying to do the best I can. And it's a struggle. Anthony will know, like with his hands and whatnot, that it's a struggle when you're trying to do something. It's not fun. And it's worse when someone's actually forcing upon you. And g'day, Robin. How are you? Hopefully, you got your favourite weather up there at the moment. You can turn your heater off now and turn on your air conditioner, because I don't know what it's like up there, but we're expecting a heat wave here today. We're expecting 96 plus. Sydney Wollongong today, and apparently it's going to get hotter tomorrow and Tuesday. I'm dreading it because I cannot drive. I've got to rely on public transport. I do have an appointment tomorrow. So with me, after I got burnt in 2002, 2003, all over my head, basically, when it gets above 80 degrees Fahrenheit, it gets very uncomfortable outside for me. G'day, Valley. How are you?
Hey, Chris.
But on the up note, I haven't really been in my training room. Mystic and Joe, how are you? Welcome,
Hey,
guys.
John, how you doing? Joe, hello.
I generally like to lay my tractor in the summertime on my layout, mainly because the track is, as we know, metal expands and heat. So while during the summertime the tracks expand and join together, when it gets to really hot days like we get over here, you're not going to get the kinks and the buckling off the track and whatnot. Yesterday, the train room got to about 78, 79 degrees in the train room, and the new section that I laid down, nothing kinked, nothing buckled.
So you say we're not going to get kinks?
No.
We're not going to get the kinks.
No, we're not going to get
you
the kinks.
You said you were personal friends with Ray Davies, and I was looking forward to the kinks, and now you're saying we're not going to get the kinks.
Oh, you can go to Ray Davies. Yeah, you can go. We can go visit him, but he's not staying here.
Hey, you're the one that said we would be getting the kinks, and now you're saying that here. You're going to disappoint all our audience out here.
Oh, well, he failed to turn up, unfortunately. But
for those of you too young, the Kinks were a rock band.
Yeah.
Some of the.
So anyway, I see you got a good lot. You got some goodies in your background there, Anthony.
Oh, I got a couple of boxes that nothing too fancy. Actually, one of these doesn't even belong to me, but I suppose for the sake of the show, I can open them up. I don't do unboxing videos anymore, other than like the one I did with my grandson Kyan, which we'll probably be doing another one like later this week. But that's my first impression video. But let's see, which one is this one? Yep, this is actually for a friend in the UK. You might know him, Hot Dog Pilot Andy.
Is he your friend? Now we know why you can call him call him your friend.
Hey, he's a pilot.
Well, so
anybody that can bomb me, I'm going to be friends with. But this is for him. He's in the UK, but he wanted some of these ECC tankers. And cool. He asked for folks in America because he was specifically looking for this tanker. And so I did a search while he was on his live stream last week talking about it. And so I sent him a link during his live stream and said, are these what you're talking about? He said, yeah, I would like this one and this one. So I bought him a set of 3. Oh. And I will take these to him. I will take these to him when I go to the UK next month.
Geez, you're cheap. Saving on postage.
I'm also being nice because if I mail them to him, they'll arrive 2 weeks after I leave the UK. At least this way he'll get them sooner. And he's saving because I'm not that generous. He does have to pay me.
G'day, Stormy. How are you?
And then this one's for me.
How do you oh, here we go. How do you pilot a hot dog?
I have no idea what ECC stands for. European Chemical Company or something? I don't know. Does it say on the box? Nope. Just Walter's bragging about how great they are. UTLX 16,000 gallon funnel flow tank car, ECC. And there's ECC International and ECC America. So I have no idea, man. That's it. And then this is for me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just another Märklin. This is Austrian Eurocity inner city car.
It's a nice color, that.
I do like it. And this just completes my rake. I had 7 cars. I now have 8. So that completes the rake.
Looking at the color scheme on that, looking at the color scheme on that car, that is so almost similar to the one that the excuse me, the French had. Was it the Grand? The Grande, the one, the high speed express trains that the French had, SNCF had in its day. That ran from Paris. I believe it ran down to Lyon.
Okay.
It was the same color scheme. It's similar, but you had the orange, and on the windows it had a grey band.
Okay. I don't know. I barely know my German and Austrian stuff, and my Czech stuff. But
yeah,
that's it.
I did start collecting the set, but the grey, like you got the grey band on the window. The SSCF one was actually darker. It was very, here we
I don't
go.
know anything about the verdammten friggin' Frenchmen.
Yeah, you run over him with the tank,
They
didn't
make
you?
horrible wine, and they surrender too easily. Okay. There you go.
Yeah, but they make great snail cheese.
Great cheese out of snail, but there's so many cheeses. I can't give the French credit for being the best at anything.
Yeah.
This goes on an Austrian EC inner city Eurocity.
Now I would have been on that. G'day, Aaron. How are you, buddy?
On my layout as I speak, right there.
I would have been on that train if I would have made it to if I made it Europe.
Ooh, we're on the seas and slowly the sea turn back and forth. I'm sorry.
Well, that's what it's like going to that little island off the south of Australia called Tasmania. It gets very rough through the Bass Strait there.
Yeah, maybe I'll catch a real Tasmanian devil.
Well, we got 4 of them up here at Symbio Wildlife Park, which is between here and Sydney. They got, they did have 4. Maybe they multiplied by, they had 4 last time, but they multiplied.
Somebody answered the question. There you go. Either they Googled it or they came in and knew. But yes, Eastern Contractors Corporation is ECC.
Okay. G'day, Trey, man. Well, you lost your cookie if you just reappeared now. So you lost the cookie. No, you lost it. You got to be here at the start of the show to claim your cookie. So you missed out, buddy. Sorry. Plus, you got to go and argue with the rabbit. She's outside doing something.
Technically, all this stuff about being first one in is BS because the person who sets up the live stream is the first one in. Period. So the person it always gets this proverbial cookie that suddenly has become the rage.
Yeah, but who started it? Dave from Crooked River was the one that started that with the cookie, I believe. Was it him or was it Jim Tedesco? One of them two. the one that started the cookie. And this
I don't know who started it. I'm just gonna finish it.
If you're going to get technical, it was the first viewer, the first person to see the notification, and then I'll still see the notifications are all over the place. But I've got to say, you all can't get the cookie. No, unless you go to Honest Cookie Factory, then everybody gets a fair share of cookies.
Just what kind of cookies are we talking about?
Well, if you can guess what they're baking at the time when you go past the factory, then you can have some. Yeah. And I tell you what, you can really smell it when they make that. Oh, the sweet smell that comes out. Oh man, unbelievable! You can't. Two smells that you cannot beat. That's fresh baked bread and fresh cookies being baked. You just cannot beat the smell of that. G'day, John. How are you?
I can't argue that. I might add a couple of things to it, but you're right. They can't be beat. Absolutely. Yeah. The smell of fresh baked bread is always a joy.
Oh, I don't know what it was like with you being in Germany, but I know up around my when my mum comes from, particularly, there was 3 bakeries nearby, and of course, over in that part of the world, instead of having a big factory or store to bake the bread
on every corner.
Yeah, basically. People that do up their houses, the front portion of the house, and they turn into what business they want to be. And when you got 3 places that are bakers and making bread, and they bake bread twice a day, once in the morning and once in the evening. And you know when it's almost ready to get the bread because you get that whiff in the air. It's like, oh, man. All right. Okay, now I'm getting hungry. I'll be back soon.
When Joyce and I stayed in Nuremberg back in 2017, we stayed in a little apartment, and it was run by, it was kind of a hotel. They basically had all sorts of little rooms. It was a bed and breakfast place, so they had all different types of rooms. But they also owned a restaurant, and the restaurant was below. And we happened to arrive and be sitting in our room after we got off the train, and they were baking their bread because they make their own bread. Good food there, but oh my goodness, you just smelled that bread, and it was heaven.
And when you get the fresh homemade butter to go over the top of it and the jam to go over it, and as Americans call it, jelly.
Oh, no, we distinguish the two. There's actually a difference between jam and jelly.
Oh, okay, cool. But when you put the fresh homemade jam and butter over it, you just melts in your mouth. But talking about the Honest Factory, it used to be, Steve, how are you? There he is. He's awake.
He's trying to stay awake.
Well, buddy, put a firecracker down underneath your seat, light the fuse, and I tell you what, it'll wake you up pretty quick. And I will wake you up with a big bang.
Gee, when I get offered to be woken up with a big bang, it's nothing like that, and probably more fun. But we'll just keep this PG.
PG? Yeah. Well, we'll try. We nearly went off the rails at the start. But the Honest Factory used to be next to the there he is. Les, how are you, buddy? Another one from up north. Jam has a whole piece of fruit. Peanut butter. Yeah. I don't know, like we usually just have jam here. And yeah, it's got fruit bits and pieces in it. And it doesn't take.
But basically, jam is made with the crushed fruit, and then jelly is made with the squeezings out of the fruit.
Yeah. But it used to be interesting when Honest used to be next to the railway line between Stratford Station and Hornsby. And of course, all the old wheat trains used to go in there and unload.
1, 2, 3.
But when they decided they're going to take all the rail sidings around on the main lines in Sydney, we were bringing them in by road. But when you used to go past it, either by on the train, you can always smell what they're making. Tim Tam biscuits. Now there's the one that I like is the Scott's finger biscuits. They're like a I can't think of the name of it.
Yes, Thomas, there is door jam, and there's also toe jam. So put it on your bread, whatever you want.
Well, yeah, but yeah, those ones hurt a bit more. I can't think of the name of the cookies, but yeah, it just, when it hits the air, it was like you're going past the train, you're like, the factory is, yeah, people think you're crazy, but I mean, I know I'm crazy. They don't have to think it. Shortbread, thank you, Robin. Shortbread, that's the one I was after. And when it gets made fresh, it's just unbelievable. When we used to, it was really frustrating when we used to bring the wheat by road, because we'd be stuck parked outside the factory waiting for nearly 4 or 5 hours to unload our load, and just get the whiff of the freshly baked bread coming out. No Tam Tam, it's Tim Tam. Tim Tam, Steve. Tim and Tam. What's the difference between shortbread and cornbread? Yeah.
Shortbread doesn't use corn.
That's right. Yep. That's the difference, and at least our wheat and corn hasn't got steroids in it. Split rock. But the worst factory I ever went past when we're talking about the food factories, was McCain's in Ballarat, and I tell you what, even though the food is reasonably good, but going past the factory, it was putrid. It was putrid. Heinz, when they made the tomato sauce or ketchup, when they were producing that, the whole area in Melbourne, there you go, split rock. There's your answer. Basically the whole city. You just get this sweet smell, aroma of sweet tomato all over the place. And that was another place they used to have a rail siding when they used to take all the stuff and goods out by rail. And they had their own power station called Power Station. Shortbread is more of a cookie. Well, you guys call them cookies. We call them biscuits over here. Jean Ricard, how are you? This is Jam.
Go to bed, you crazy Dane. It's 3 a.m. where you... No, it's 2 a.m. where you are. 2:23 a.m.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. I see one of their vessels ran aground in Greenland. Yeah. Well, how many people were stuck on it?
My live stream is a cam session, Split Rock. My live stream is a cam session.
This is more of a cam session.
No, this is only 2 cams right now.
Yeah, it is.
My live stream is a cam session. If I run the GoPro, 17 cameras going.
Yeah. I'll let some people come up for a little bit. I'm not going to be on too long because there's a few things I still want to get done, and I don't want to get the nods during the stream.
I'm tired today.
I might build a biscuit train. That will be cool. Well, I've got a breakfast train. It's got the bacon and eggs go following the engine. So and of course you've got the bread that goes along with it for your toast. So Yeah. All I need now is the bacon and egg set to go with it, and they'd be good. G'day, Randall. How are you, champion? Nice.
Hey guys, what's happening?
Not much.
Nothing. I'm just sitting here letting my muscles ache in quiet.
Soak them in water.
We had massive delivery of furniture yesterday, and I have been constructing furniture for the last 2 days.
That sounds like fun.
So
Joyce and I, we have in our bedroom, we have 2 very large desks, but they're old. They're big, heavy, old desk. And since I've been remodeling the room, we wanted to put new sort of matching desk and make a nice little work area for the 2 of us. And I was supposed to get the tables, the big desk tables, because instead of buying a desk, we bought a desk table. And I was supposed to get those tomorrow. And then we ordered 6 big filing cabinets that we were going to use with the desk tables to make sort of modular, funky, modern style desk. Those were supposed to come next week. Those also arrived yesterday. And then a short table, because Joyce wants an L workspace. That was supposed to arrive yesterday, and it arrived on Wednesday. So, and these are all heavy. And since they arrived in the morning yesterday at slightly different times, I was home alone, carting them into the house, then upstairs, and then I had to assemble everything. And I started 9 a.m. yesterday morning, and I finished the last table about 2 p.m. today, and then we had to take all the garbage out.
Right. G'day, John, and
John.
Should I let this backwards person on? I think I should. Hang on, where'd she go? Oh, she'd run away. Short toe.
No, that's the irony. You need a long table to make shortbread.
Yeah. How are you, John? But what I did get as well this week, I've got a couple of books. Let me just go and grab them.
Name any other show where the host in the middle of it just gets up and leaves. John's either doing one hell of a mime or he froze. Oh, there he goes.
I'm back. Short table used to make a shortbread.
Coaching Stock. Is that a book about how to train cows? Oh, wait. Yeah. Coaching Stock of the new NSW. Gotcha. The New South Wales.
Yeah. Yes. Coaching Stock. Yeah. So what it is, there's 2 volumes here. I still need to get the 3rd volume. Even though my layout as such is already prototypical, I try to get my rolling stock for my area closest possible to what you would have seen. So I've got these books this week. I still got to get the 3rd volume because on a lot of our trains, they actually had they were made up in sets and they were numbered, and it comes in handy to work out the numbers of the sets and what they had on and the variations, because I do want to do some kit bashing too. G'day, Andy. Afternoon, morning, evening, or whatever it be where you are. You're in the UK, so it'll be very early in the morning. Either it's getting cold for you to. Well, you probably got kicked out of bed for snoring too much. When he brings in the sheep, his lamb chop. Yeah, okay. So we got 2 train layouts going. We got John and Randall playing with their trains.
Yep. And that's the new one right there.
You got
one of them.
It's a Frisco.
That's the U25B. Yeah. And I was able to get the one with the chevron stripes too. I just hadn't run this one in yet, even though this was the one I reviewed and got first. But it only ran just long enough for a quick run by. So, whoops, I got the wrong address on here.
And here we got another one from up north. Hello, Les. Yeah, it sounds like it's engrafted. It sounds
Yeah,
like
my train fell off.
Did it bounce? Only just. It sounds like you're down to the Caltex.
Yeah, could be out there around a bit. I've only just got this laptop and I'm trying to get the camera to work, and yeah, the microphone said it's not there, and it is there, and
Night man shed railroad, Aaron.
I don't know whether you see me real well either at this point.
Typical truck driver. I can't talk. I'm a truck driver myself. Oh, there we lost it. We pushed that. Time is only relevant to the measurer. After 6 tinnies. Yeah, well, I stopped measuring after the first one, so yeah, good on it. Device not connected.
The human construct.
Oh, here we go. Should we? There you go. You can build a truck, but you can't play with technology, can you? Definitely can't. Take care, Aaron. Have a good night, buddy. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, you can build a wonderful truck. I need to find the photo of the truck that he built. I mean, I did have one somewhere, and I did see it in one of the groups that I'm on Facebook. It was called Back to Wollongong, which shown all the old past photos of the Illawarra and the Wollongong area. And there was one shot. There's a couple of shots there. One, there's a shot with me driving the car, Dad's car, and there are a couple of shots of the trucks that Les has made, and I don't know what area that would have been done in, but I definitely wasn't one driving at that particular time. But it's funny when you see those old photos and you see yourself in it.
I don't think it's going to focus, Artie. But
Focus,
yeah,
there we go.
Hey, don't move it. Oh, don't move it. You got it. Don't move it.
see the gauges lit up in there?
Go for it, Randall.
Welcome in, Rick, from the Foltz Bailey Model Railway.
G'day, Rick. How are you, bud? Now you lost the focus. It's getting there slowly.
Oh, come on, don't do that.
Yeah. There you go. Oh, yeah, you got it. Oh,
The Hubble is trying to.
Get down.
that's the way I look like. That's the way
We're
my eyes.
just in the Hubble. We're trying to zoom in on this.
That's the way I usually focused when after a couple of bourbons. So who made this one?
Rapido.
Okay.
It's probably not got the right horn dialed into it, but
Yeah.
I think it sounds pretty good.
Hello, Robin. Geez, that horn sounds like someone got you grab one of those long neck sheep by the neck and squeezing it.
Yeah, that beacon flash is probably not making my phone happy.
Why is he flashing us? Because he's got no one else to flash at the moment. And look at what time of the night and day it is over there. Actually, you can just work out the detail on the cab there too. Wow.
It's not going well.
That kind of shows that pretty good right there.
Yeah.
So I have this engine, number 800, and I have 803. And the only difference between this engine and 803, on the nose right here, I'll have these orange chevron stripes on the nose. That's really the only difference between the two. Other than that, they're basically the same locomotive.
Well, we did. I did say we're going to have a flasher eventually on the channel or here, Stu. So Randall volunteered to be the flasher of the for the day.
So if you took a blowtorch to that, would you get a Frisco melt?
That sounds pretty tasty.
Asking for an enemy.
Asking him for an enemy.
Well, everybody always goes asking for a friend, so I like to flip it.
And really, for those who don't know, this is the final paint scheme of the Frisco before it's merged with the Burlington Northern. So these are indeed the last colors for that railroad.
Yeah, so that's the interesting part about modeling. The one thing I've got to be careful of, particularly when we're in DCC, is because I'm model Australian as well. And when you go by your road numbers, there's so many road numbers that will clash, and I've got to be careful. And sometimes you've got to be careful you don't put the same numbers on the layout at the same time at either end. Like I'm looking at that engine there, it's numbered 800, and we had an engine over here that's numbered 800. I can just imagine having one. You type in the address, you have one going. I think, but you got two trains going in two different ways. Yeah.
And the interesting history behind this engine, on the prototype, that's not what this engine was originally delivered in. This is not the scheme it was originally delivered in. It was fully painted black with gold lettering and trim, was what it was originally delivered in.
Right.
And the locomotive itself actually started life as a GE demonstrator. So this is actually one of the demonstrator U25Bs from that era. From that era. It's kind of unique. I actually read this online that Frisco owned the very first U25B and the very last U25B build. So it's kind of interesting that.
I gauge how way, but yeah, well, at least they had something. They gave the first and the last.
Welcome in, man.
Yeah, nice to see you in here. Haven't seen you in a while. But I got him.
Steve 87 is wondering why my locomotive is flashing everybody.
No, he didn't ask about your locomotive. He wondered why you were, and I was wondering what.
I'm not flashing people. I'm pretty sure that would not end well. So.
I'm pretty sure it wouldn't begin well.
No, it wouldn't begin well either.
So what is Frisco short for?
So the full name of the Frisco would be the St. Louis and San Francisco Railroad.
Oh, San Francisco.
The ironic thing is Frisco never made it to the San Francisco part of its name. It would ultimately take the merger of Burlington Northern and then eventually the Santa Fe, the merger with Santa Fe to create BNSF before the road would actually achieve that name. But by that point, the name was long gone. So
I was hearing her.
Is that a four-wheel bogie or a
six-wheel? Yeah. So this is actually a 4-axle engine.
Okay.
So I'll shine a light on it here. Being that they're painted black, it's going to be a little hard to.
Oh, okay. Yep.
See it right there. So.
It looks like a bit like the Queensland trains.
Yeah.
The Queensland trains look a bit like that. Or used to.
Duluth, Winnipeg, and Pacific only went to Duluth.
It's kind of amazing. GE went from this locomotive to what they've got now with the Tier 4 GEVOs and all that stuff. So.
Made it, Texas and Pacific made it to El Paso, and then they folded. Yeah. But yeah, we did copy a lot of the American body or the American look on a lot of the engines. If you look, Robin, like the 40, the Australian 45 class and the 48s, they were all based on the high hoods of the American GE and Alco models and the EMD models. But when you look at the Streamliners, that was another copy of overseas. So you're doing the same thing as what I'm doing, sort of, Randall. There, you got two of the no, I wasn't looking at the engine. I was looking at the Atlas cleaning cars. Track cleaning cars.
By the way, I need to turn that one on where it can be cleaning the track.
Oh, they're noisy. They're noisy like nothing on.
Yeah, they make a lot of racket when they're on. So
how do you got yours going? Do you got one that's doing the vacuuming and the other one doing the?
Well, I actually I actually use the abrasive pad on mine. That's probably not the smart thing to do, but this layout, for whatever reason, collects a lot of gunk on the tracks for some weird reason. And this car here has to ride with the train when it's running.
Right. Oh, so you only got the one. Yeah, Anthony, you were saying?
No, I was just gonna say I've got one that does the vacuuming, another one does the dishes, another one does the windows. It's pretty handy trains, tell you.
We are posh, aren't we? Yeah, wow. We are fancy.
Living the high life.
Yeah. So when are you going to get your royalties from Markland for demonstrating their?
Actually, I'm more expecting Markland to pay me to stop using their name.
Oh no! They can't. Well, they won't do that because it's free advertising for them.
Maybe they don't want my kind of advertising. They want somebody who knows what they're doing.
Well, no, that's not.
Oh, Split Rock, she would punch you in the nose through the screen if she read that line.
Oh, punch him in the nose. I think she should be swinging the baseball bat at him for that.
No, you got to mess with my train stuff and be a monkey from the future for that to happen.
Oh, okay. But no, they want you on there because they want someone. They want to show it's not just for the Markland stuff isn't just for the smart, intelligent people, but it's also for the dumb, stupid people that they know what to do too.
Yeah, which really says a lot about me.
Exactly. Yeah, if you can do it, anybody can do it. Yeah.
The question is, am I doing it?
You were. Mind you, I did miss the yesterday show, but only because I was in La La Land again, still, and I missed the bus home.
Well, every show. I mean, that's the weird thing about my live streams is every live stream I change the trains up weekly, and I don't know. I don't have a script. I don't sit down and say, okay, I'm going to actually talk about these things. Sometimes I'll put a couple ideas up when I post it to say I might talk about these things, but it's just sort of what's the crowd, what's on my head at the time. And sometimes you can shoot yourself in the foot because you just kind of say what's off the top of your mind. I just make sure I keep politics and everything out. But yeah, I don't know why I've got a loyal group of about 40 people that come every week and join in live, and there's people that get hundreds of people, but they do something in their shows. I just run trains and natter incessantly, and I've got a following there. And I haven't missed a show in almost 3.5 years. Every Friday.
Yeah, just a shame at the moment you're too early in the morning. It's like 12:30 in the morning.
Yeah. For you, it's early.
But that will soon change for the normal Australians.
Wait a minute, time out.
Daylight saving. Good on you.
Right, but you just put two words together I don't think belong together. You said normal Australians.
Yeah.
Hang on.
That's here. That's here. The ones that are not
I didn't
normal.
think Australians were normal. I thought what made you Australian was you weren't normal. That's why you're not in the UK or, your ancestral homes. You're in Australia.
Yeah, but there are some Australians that are backwards. We won't mention any names. I mean,
Well, you're all upside down.
well, we're upside down, but there are some of us that are upside down and backwards. There's one
not really.
person, but the other
Not
person.
Yeah, but they make $100 an hour doing that.
Yeah, right.
Everyone from New South Wales and Victoria are moving to Queensland at the moment. 2,000 every week.
Well, see, this guy here that's trying to get on.
We actually had a less sighting, and then we had
and there he goes. Poof!
We had more of less, and now we have less of less.
Yeah, less, yeah.
I like the perfume bottles on your layout, Randall.
Perfume bottles.
Those are actually lamps.
Yeah, there's two of them there.
Aren't those lamps?
They're not perfume bottles.
Joe.
They can be if you want them to be.
No.
But I think they're lamps.
I think
Okay,
lamps.
Joe, thanks for popping up.
Randall, are you there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
That's the Randall.
We're having a debate over what the glass containments with red liquid in them are. That's his
I had to turn my sound off. Okay, now you can ask me the question.
Okay, the question is, what are the two glass containers with liquid? I say they're lamps. Somebody said.
Oh, okay. You're talking about these?
Yeah.
Oh, they're lamps.
Yeah, they're lamps.
I thought they were perfume.
These are actually my dad's. Well, some of them's actually my grandpa's lamps.
I was saying that they're disguised moonshine bottles.
No, these are actually functioning lamps. They both work. So
right, they function. We know.
Yeah, they function very well after 11 o'clock at night.
You get a bottle of you get one of Randall's lamps with that special red liquid. You'll get lit.
I don't think you want to be drinking that stuff, Anthony.
Oh, it hasn't aged yet?
Well, I don't think you can age that stuff.
It just aged after you finish this.
And there's an earthquake in Grafton. Wow.
All right, we have a picture of Les. Can we have
some?
Hey, Joe, show fly.
I'm getting lines here. I don't know where you are.
What's that, Les?
I'm getting lines on the picture.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's probably caused by your fluorescent lights. Your camera and your fluorescent lights are probably on a similar wavelength.
Yeah, like LEDs, not fluoros.
What if they're LEDs? That's why
one in the.
Yeah, but the.
And it wrecks again.
And that looks like almost like your old school.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting there slowly. It's been a big mission, this.
Yeah.
Got 27 feet of layout I've rebuilt.
Morning, Andy Dobson. How are you, buddy?
Hey, Joe Raider.
Around there.
Ooh, infinity.
Around there.
Look at that.
So you get away from the lights and go to the middle of the room and the lines disappear.
Yeah, I can't get away.
And we lost.
And he's put himself. Oh, what is this ugly mug on here?
You know, we need a warning when that happens. We went from staring at it, getting real close, staring at, oh my God, that's a cool layout. And all of a sudden, bam, it's already 3D.
What happened?
One ugly mug to another.
Don't you dare talk about the people that join your live feed like that.
What? Well, he's from the same area as I am, so I can call him an ugly mug. I just got to be careful I don't stand too close. It's getting there, Andy. It's still very sore and tender.
What do you mean it's getting there? It's always been there.
It's been there, but I mean the
Unless
pain
they
and
transplanted something like, look, hey, let's take this bone out of his ass and stick it in his shoulder.
We'll just leave you two to converse.
that sounds like a shitty idea. That one.
Hey, Randall, I think your pine trees are too big for the layout.
Oh, the Christmas trees.
HO ones are a bit smaller, aren't they?
Yeah, well, these here is kind of my light for the layout. You could probably tell there's only one light bulb that's here behind me, so
It's a Christmas tree on steroids.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's got hormones and steroids and everything else to go with it. Come on, you know the Americans, Robin. They like things big to make up for the small things they do. The small things they do have.
Yeah.
Isn't that right? Isn't that right, Anthony?
Sure, whatever you say, Artie.
See,
Anthony was going to say, rule number one, it's your layout. You can do what you like.
exactly right, and that is our rule. You're allowed to do whatever you bloody please.
It's an American tree. It's meant to be big.
I always tell people it's not the best looking layout. It's not a real good looking layout, but it gets the job done.
The best looking layout is the one in front of you.
Yeah, it's running.
Oh yeah,
that's all it matters.
Yeah, well, his trains are running a lot better than what mine are at the moment. I'm staying out of the train room for at least another.
Andy, that's not Pink Floyd. That's Dave Gilmour pretending to be Pink Floyd.
Yeah, that was going to get him. but it's good. But honestly, it is good to see trains running on a layout if they wanted to run on your layout. But this is what happened with mine. I've got mine to go nicely. But as soon as I sit back to watch it like this, they'll turn around. It's like they get the finger in and go, up you, Artie. We're not going to play the game now. And they will come off the track. Now, who was it that was after a brick too far? Oh, Andy, I'm in the process of doing a brick video, so it's going to be coming up in the next few weeks. The use of a brick in model railroading. Hopefully everybody might get a bit of a chuckle out of it. I mean, there's so many uses for a brick, apart from just throwing at people. And I tell you what, the brick has come in very handy just recently on my layout. That's why the trains are not going. All right, so
a brick too far.
A brick too far.
Yeah, this layout here, I'll run anything that can physically run on the layout that can fit, that can make the turns here. So I can't run everything I own on it, but by and large, the biggest majority of it can run on this layout. So.
A brick too far. The story of Bernard Montgomery's invasion of a masonry yard.
But at least you got your trains running.
Operation Remodel the Garden.
Yeah. The brick is very good in doing.
Any history people out there and movie buffs? Bridge too far. Brick too, tough audience. Try the veal.
Yeah, well, I've got to go back and watch my midday movies. So what is Artie interviewing a brick? Well, actually, Steve, when you come to think of it, yeah, well, I'm going to have to do a special interview with a brick because many times, especially recently, the brick was more intelligent to talk to than some people around the place.
Give me 3 minutes. I'll be back with the brick for you, Artie.
Yeah.
I'll just nip into the backyard and get one.
Which one? How big do you want it? Which brick? You're not wrong. Yeah, but I mean, sometimes, yeah, better off talking to a brick wall. I mean, it makes more sense than talking to some human.
All in all, you'll just.
So yeah, this week I should be getting a few more videos out. I just got to get. There's one video I want to get out this week, and that's related to the model trains that I'm doing, to the cars I'm doing. But I need to get a bit more information from Joe to get the facts right, because we got those fact checkers around the place. So I get the information wrong. So what? I mean, if you want to correct me, fine, go ahead. But because,
By the way, thanks HO scale or HO shelf life. I need to clean this layout up a little bit. Take a vacuum cleaner, vacuum up some of the dirt. But
why do you want to do that for? You don't want to do that. It's going to be all natural weathering. I mean,
no, I have always said in the past the best weathering is all natural kind. But
Indeed, that's how I feel.
Yeah.
Get Randall back on the screen.
Yeah, well, that's what I meant. I hit the wrong button. I mean,
Yeah.
look at it. I mean, that looks like the old Port Kimberley yard area back in its day. It always had train carriages all over the place, engines upside down, truck trailers upside down, and trains going around, hoping they're not going to hit
Giant
something.
lamps in the middle, oversized Christmas
Oh,
trees,
yeah.
exactly like Port Kimberley. I remember it well.
yeah, for those that missed it, there's the giant lamps Anthony's referring to right there,
And a lighthouse in the middle of an inland area. Yes.
and a lighthouse.
Well, yeah, well, look, Wollongong's got two lighthouses, remember?
That's
Remember
the
we went for
local
that?
lighthouse. That's where they all go to get lit.
And if that's not enough, we even got cool decorations for the power pack too. How's that for some nightmare fuel?
Oh, God. Okay.
Samurai Angel.
But there was a photo. Let me see if I can bring. Oh, let me just try to find it. There was a photo on Facebook, which I decided I was going to get. I don't know where to put the other one of the old steelworks, the way it used to look. And I worked it out. It's roughly. And let me just share the. My
Well, it's
first,
your shelf life, trust me, they get better.
yeah,
Artie and
Yeah.
I are the basement. We're the basement, and then you slowly work your way up.
yeah. We're here to have fun. Well, sometimes we'll have trains, sometimes we'll have something else and whatnot. But we're here to have fun, a good time, let our hair down, and
I'll turn the sound back on where people can hear it.
we talk train stuff. We talk all
Occasionally.
sorts of stuff. Let me just.
You just hang out and chat. And sometimes we have train topics we can chat on. Other times, Artie and I just try to embarrass you in front of your children.
In my case, for Anthony trying to embarrass me in front of my children, it's extremely hard. First, we've got to find where my children are. Okay, so what's going on here? Hang on.
That's because you're hiding, you sick bastard.
I'm hiding.
Anthony,
No,
look,
look, you just got another.
You know what you did with yours.
Yeah, we know what. Yeah, I still demand a DNA test because I don't think it's mine.
Baby back ribs, really, you sicko.
Yeah, I reckon that's the baby. That's where it's from. The baby back ribs. The ribs father is the father of the baby, not me. Yeah, so you have a big rat in Toledo. It's a rat, all right. Yeah, it's all right. I got inside information about you, lady. Well, I wouldn't call it a lady, but since we've got kids probably sitting on the background. Now, where is it? Come on, stop. Now, here we go.
I'm listening. Come on, bring it on.
Right. Yeah,
You bald bucktooth bastard! Come on, bring it down!
yeah, looking for trouble. Yeah, looking for trouble. Okay, so this is what the steelworks, or the poor camera in my area where I live at, what it used to look like. Did that come up on the screen all right?
Good night, Tammy and Ray.
Good night,
Time on
Tammy.
the screen.
So, okay, we've got that up. So this is basically what steelworks looked like. Let me zoom in this bottom corner here. Take the other part of the plant out. This is the original part of the plant. You've got the 3 blast furnace. You've got the soaking pits there where they used to soak the ingots. And in the middle, they used to make the rebar, the rail, and steel girders. You have the township of Grangilla to the left, office blocks to the right. Then it expanded into this region here, which used to be a swamp, believe it or not. You have, to the right, you have the coke ovens. Then in the middle, you've got the coal stockpile. This big building, oh, sorry, it's going to be distorted. This big building here is now gone. That was the old open heart smelter. That's been demolished now. And to the right of it, we've got number 6 blast furnace. You still see another 2 blast furnaces there. Number 4 to the right. Number 5 to the left. That was the only one that's still operational at the moment. Then you have the plate mill to the left. Far left on the edge of the city. That's where they make all the steel plates. And the one with the yellow roof, this one here is the BOS, the basic oxygen smelter. And the yellow building there is the actual continuous slab caster. That's where they make the slab steel. Now, if I go by this photo, I say this photo was taken in the early 80s. Because you can just still make out on the foreshore there, you see the black part there is the old coal loader. And just up from it, you see like a dirt pit or road. That's a new coal loader. So that was still being constructed by the looks of it. Actually, no, that is still going, but that's been revamped. But you had the grain terminal. So I say that is somewhere in about 84, 85 that photo was taken. And that little swamp there is all being filled in. So that's what Wollongong used to look, or Port Kembla used to look like. All the ships anchored off the coast, waiting to get in. Of course, we don't have that many ships nowadays coming in. But that's what Wollongong used to look like. And where you see the car park here, sorry, I know it's not focused properly, but that's the car park. Now, you don't have that many people working in that plant anymore. There used to be, I think, about close to 14 to 20,000 people working in there. There's only about 4,000 directly employed with BHP now. Was originally known as Australian Iron Steel. Then it went to BHP, and no, it's not called the Gold Coast. Gold Coast is further up north, near where Robin is. It's like a good 12 hours drive. It looks like the Australian Navy. No, we actually have a naval base in Sydney and another one which is in air south of Jervis Bay, Split Rock. No, the prisoners from England, they worked around Sydney. However, they did dig out the original Wollongong Harbour, which was in one of my streams from last year. That was the last government state government, last project that was signed to the convicts of today. Was in Wollongong Harbour. Last public works, sorry. So, no, Split Rock. We're in a better place than where Sydney Harbour is. Where are you? I'm actually in a place called Wollongong, Australia, or Port Kembla, the main industrial area. Falcon, how are you? Well, there's nowhere to park now, Andy, but it's all gone to automation. The car park or the car lots were full. There was photos I went through that book that I showed before where the passenger train that used to go in there during the shift change, it was 12 cars long. You used to have the main drag was full of bus stops. Okay, here he is. Here's Les.
And
he's gone again.
Oh, poor Les.
We're going to get around a bit more when Sir Anthony gets here. Let's see. Just go to click on it and he's gone again. Poor bugger. I do need to go out and do a bit more of a tour. I'll get out shortly. Now that I'm starting to feel better because we need to continue to finish off that tour that I started off with. So yeah, I'm going to start on that shortly. Mr. Randall, what size is your wood? Is it 12 inches? 6 inches?
Oh.
If he's asking what size is the table, it's 4 by 8 feet. I hope that's what he's asking.
Standard size, yeah. Sorry, I meant layout. Yeah, you got to be.
It's 4 by 8 feet. Yeah, we're going into some dark territory right there.
I don't care what you're talking about. The answer's 10.
Yeah. So
I just broke out in the sweat when he said 8 feet. Oh my God.
Well, with that,
we just exponentially increased the female members of this live stream.
Yeah.
Female members.
It's a good thing I had 4 brothers. Oh dear.
Don't be sorry.
Calm down, man.
HO's shelf, it's all right. We're here to have fun, so there's very little offense taken in here. We come in here to have fun, to let our hairs down, and have a good laugh. I mean, so enjoy yourself. London is somewhere. London is the same. Nowhere to park, cost the blue. Well, Sydney is heading that way, and if you go downtown Wollongong, hello, good looking, how are you?
No, it's good. HO shelf life. I knew what you meant.
Yeah.
Yeah, just understand, HO shelf life, that if you leave it out there, we're going to hit it over the fence. If you hang that ball,
if you want to know where
you're going to hit it out,
where this kind of mean joke come from, you would have to watch Sidetrack Sundays. That's where all that originated from.
HO shelf life.
Where what originated?
It would take a lot to offend us. I tell you that now. The people amongst this group, it takes a lot because we just have fun with each other, with no offense taken, and we all go home, and some of us already are home anyway, because we haven't got a life outside our 4 walls, and we just come here and have fun, have a laugh. Is that right, Anthony?
Yeah, whatever you say, Artie.
Yeah. The boss.
We just try to have fun with each other, but is still expected to leave $20 on the nightstand.
No, you're good. HO shelf life. Don't worry about it.
What's $20 worth nowadays? It's worth about $30 here. Yeah, right. I'm in for that. Yeah. That's close to $30. That buys us an extra box of ice cream there, Robin.
Damn right.
Yeah.
Oh, Les is back.
Hey, Les.
Let's time and see how long he lasts this time.
Yeah, it's still that camera's still not good, and I can't get the one in the laptop to come up at all. I don't know what's going on. I've only just got the laptop, and it's saying the camera's not installed. That it is.
Split lock, $20 isn't $20. $20 in the US is $30 here, or $25 in Canada. I think you might have to change your resolution settings on your camera.
Yeah.
But for your laptop not working, ask the kid next door to come help give you a hand.
Yeah. Well, it was all there, and it's not now. It's just been a right pain. I don't know where it's gone. Windows did an update, and it's just not there. It says it's not even installed in the machine, and I know it is.
Just turn your head to the right a little bit.
Breaking
Yeah,
it.
right. Yeah, you're right there. It's not all there.
Yeah, exactly.
Why are people blue? Why are people blue? Okay. There's a lot of the longer members that have been here, Horse Life. They basically the moderators. They keep everybody in check. Yeah, good luck with that. But it is there to make sure there's not basically keep the troublemakers out.
Why are people blue? Well, depression has many causes, and some of those causes can be just very different in life.
Well, they've been hanging out with the Smurfs.
Yeah, it's very susceptible. All right, I'll go back out, Artie. What else I can do at this point, unfortunately. But I just want to tell you where I was at with this.
Well, we'll sort it out. We'll help you sort it out there soon, bud.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, my mate's over town. I'll have to go and see him where I got the computer foot through. But it did a win update this morning, and it's just the camera's completely gone. It says it's not there, so it'll be a Windows thing.
It will be, but it's all to do with settings. I mean, I've actually found that out with when I was doing some of the shots and whatnot in the black train room. You were getting lines and whatnot. It depends on what lighting and you're using.
All LEDs, which is really weird, eh? Anyway, all right, I won't bother you no more. Thank you.
Oh, you're not bothering us, mate. We know where you live. Yeah. The mods are those to keep Artie's ex out of the chat. We're just lucky that she doesn't know.
Are you kidding? She keeps showing up.
He's got the kangaroo on.
Yeah, she does. It's all right.
Artie's one true love.
Matilda.
No, this is Kendra.
That's Kendra.
Really?
This is Kendra Kangaroo.
Oh.
Yeah, but the thing is...
that's a good Aussie name. Not?
She was featured in some of my videos a while back, although it was slightly different form.
Yeah, but...
Robin has never seen the video. I don't know if you remember it, Artie, but my Australian cousin, remember?
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, that's when Kendra came to life, yeah. And look,
my cousin Kenneth Clark Dodge from Down Under.
Oh.
Yeah, that was done not last year before.
Tell Sheila to take a Foster. She'll be all right.
Nobody here drinks Fosters.
I know, that's the joke.
That's the joke.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have to see the whole thing.
Yeah, obviously.
Look, HA shelf life, sorry, I was going to call you a horse. Just the way it looks up the screen. Look, if you don't know, you ask. You may eventually get a straight answer somewhere along the line, but It might take us about 10, 15 minutes to give you the right answer. Keep Artist X, which one? The one nearby, she doesn't know how to operate a computer, so we're lucky. Well, she doesn't know how to get online.
That's
Yeah.
what he thinks.
Oh, no, she doesn't. She doesn't. Unless someone guides her to it.
Yeah, to do that video is where I learned my favorite Australian term ever.
And that is?
Apparently, in parts of Australia, they refer to children as shark biscuits.
Really? Never heard it.
You've never heard it, see?
No.
I never heard it either. Shark biscuits.
That was from an official Australian slang dictionary.
I've heard them
Unless
called
it-
It's a
billies.
little shark biscuit off the beach.
Ankle
Unless-
biters.
unless it's something they use in WA, because they got more great whites.
Oh,
than
they've got a lot of sharks there.
Yeah, they got a lot more than here.
They've had a lot of deaths recently, haven't they? Over there.
Yeah. But what? But I can't get out. Why go in the water when it's feeding time? And you dress yourself like a seal? Really? Come on. You look like dinner. Nah.
Well, you know, it's not the right time when you got a bunch of great whites out there putting on the little bibs, and they got their forks and knives, and a couple of them are carrying Worcestershire sauce. You know, hey, here they come.
Why is Robin hiding? Because she doesn't want to give it.
She doesn't want to raise the standards of this show.
No.
Yeah, because
my
if she
avatar's
comes
dropped
up,
off.
we gotta start getting a bit sophisticated, and we just won't let that happen. It's very unsophisticated here.
Robin's too pretty for us. We can't let her on.
Oh God, no.
She steals the show.
Yeah.
No.
Actually, she's not allowed to be on camera because to be on camera, you have to be bald and bearded.
Well, that can be organized.
Well, I guess I'll turn my camera off because I'm not bald or
But
bearded
you're not
either.
on camera, are you? You're not on camera.
That makes us family, Randall.
Hey, you guys could be related.
Oh,
We're all related somewhere along the
I need to.
Somewhere down the line, we're related.
I'll
Yeah.
need to talk to you, Artie, because I want to set the camera up.
talk to me.
So-
Set the camera up.
Yeah,
Yeah. All right.
LED.
Hang back.
I've got
Hang
LED
back up.
lights. So
Yeah, just hang back after the show then.
Wow,
But-
Google Images updated.
I'll tell you what, there's that many updates been going on at the moment. It's annoying the crap out of me. Again, the system decides it wants to update itself just before I want to go live stream, mate. And I'm like, bugger off.
we've been without internet 3 days this week for over 6 hours each day.
Oh, yeah, it's getting a bit warm out there. Yep, straight for the water. I'm going to just.
And HO Shelf Life, just in case you didn't know, Artie talks to an imaginary friend that trolls. It's a little troll. So if you see Artie doing this and talking to somebody, it's his little imaginary troll. You just nod and pretend it's okay. You just accept it as normal and you'll be safe.
It's my imaginary friend. Notice how
Your little troll friend.
Anyway, guys, with that, I know here we are having a bit of fun tonight. Okay, I'm gonna have to head off. I'd like to thank everybody for coming. Hey, Joe, sure.
He'd like to, but he's not going to.
Yeah. Cool.
Real quick though, one thing I didn't tell people about this engine and really all the Rapido engines, they have these hidden sounds in that play randomly if you press the right buttons. I don't know if I can make this one do it. I've done it twice on accident where it's played a sound. We can see if we can get it together right quick before we go off of here. So I'm going to put the mic up next to the speaker and maybe people can hear it.
Artie, they can't see that you left, but we can see that you left. Get back here.
So I'm going to see if I can make it do it. Let's wait before we go off the air. Yep, there it went.
Ah,
So they're using a random
they're
chat.
talking.
Yeah,
They're
so
talking.
So it plays these random sounds from like TV shows and stuff like that. And all the Rapido engines do that. It's sort of a kind of a meme type thing they do with these engines, but it's pretty cool. They're hidden within the decoder, and if you press the right buttons, they'll start playing these sounds. So they'll play like sometimes they'll play rock music. They'll play that little bit from a TV show that you just heard. So it'll do all kinds of things.
And
Yeah.
Besides the prototypical stuff.
the pets are the most evil creatures in your house. If they don't get what they want, they know how to plot their revenge. Trust me. Yeah. Mm.
I'm gonna shut this off. Or computer.
All right then, guys. I'm going to get going. I've got a few things I need to get done. And as well as close the windows up and darken the place up, because it's going to be a warm one here. I've only got a little portable air conditioner. I've already got the imaginary critter here that decided no, she wants the air conditioning on. It's too hot outside. So everybody, take care of yourselves this week. Have a good weekend. What's left of it. Enjoy your week, and we'll see you next week.
See everybody.
Ciao, everybody. Take care.
All right. Take care. Bye for now.
See you later, guys. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.